Welcome to 706 West Boston Place in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Let's go on a house tour. Sometimes the best value isn't the newest house in town. It's the one that's already had many of the expensive updates already completed. This is 706 West Boston Place in Broken Arrow. Let's go on a little home tour. Located on a nice cul-de-sac tucked away from the rest of the noisy traffic. This cute ranch style home, it could be yours. It's vacant. Let's go inside. Such a cute little setup here on the porch. And those are good size rockers. So there's still plenty of room to situate, have your morning coffee, and enjoy the peaceful sound of the birds. So there are so many big trees that surround this house, but are not technically in the yard, except this one right here in the front. But it is nice and trimmed up, no issues with mowing. Let's go inside. Cute little front room here. So this could be a formal dining or even a formal living area. There'd be enough space to have maybe 4 chairs with like a center table or a couple of couches that are smaller, love seat size. There's lots of potential with this space. I could also see it being used as an office because it's got those 2 doors over there, and I will show you where those lead here in just a minute. This nice front window that overlooks the yard in the front and that nice little porch that we walked up on. This home has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and it's just a little over 1,700 square feet. From the front door, we walk into the main living. And this house has just been updated, and the details and the finishes are cute. They've left a lot of the character, which I personally really like. I wonder if you can tell on camera how big this room really is. This is looks like gas fireplace. It's a nice little keyhole down at the bottom, and then nice and open. And I like the bookshelves on both sides that enclose the fireplace. I've got it beautifully decorated in here. And then over off the living room, got a bar area. That'd be perfect for setting up coffee or maybe even adding a wine fridge later on in those bottom cabinets. I love the color. If you can't guess, my favorite color is green. And then look at this cute little breakfast nook. And then the kitchen open to the living room and the breakfast nook. And look at that finish on the cabinets. I love how they kept the original cabinetry and just really made it look great and brand new. Upgraded hardware. Definitely gonna be move-in ready. And I don't think I've ever seen a microwave quite that, I don't know what you say, I guess short, because it doesn't take up much of your space. It doesn't feel like you're right there on top of what you're cooking. I really like that. And then off the kitchen, I'll back up so you can kind of reorientate here. You turn to the left and we have the laundry, which has some cabinets built in, goes all the way up to the ceiling. Nice side view over there. Ribbit. And then we've got the garage. This is a 2-car garage, just a typical setup in here. There is a side door for garage access. And then I like that there's a screen here too. So you could potentially, set up the garage as something different and then just have the screen door as a pass through to the kitchen to grab beverages. All right, and then back towards the kitchen, there is another full view of the living room. Lots of character. And I love the location of this home. We're only about 5 minutes from the Rose District, Broken Arrow Rose District, where there's shopping, great dining, and lots of different festivals and venues to go to. One of my favorite places to eat in the Rose District is called Dos Banditos. And while it's not healthy, there is something called the El Donkey, and it is a burrito, and it has French fries in it. Definitely big enough to share. All right, so that was the outside. The backyard would be so easy to maintain. That is my kind of space out there. Lots of shade. So even today, which is above 90 degrees here in Oklahoma and full sun, the backyard actually feels pretty cool. All right, let's move on. So we're off the living room. There is the front door again, and then that room to the right that we looked at earlier. And then down this hallway, there are a couple of closets. And then over here is bedroom 1. Like I said, there's 3 bedrooms in this house. And traditional closets. And we've got bedroom 2, which is right next to bedroom 1. This one does have a little more character in the closet. So you've got a space for hanging longer clothes and then 2 shorter rods. And here is full bath off the hallway. Look how cute this is. I love that sink. Like, how cool is that? And I like how that there is gold hardware throughout this house. They've thought of everything. And then look, continuing up with the gold mirror. And then just typical bath. I like looking at the plumbing fixtures with my background in plumbing. And then one of the cool features about this bathroom here is that there is cabinetry that goes all the way up to the ceiling. If I can get my camera to move up with me. So cool. Let me go back to this so you can really kind of see the color of the trim. So most of the trim is white in this house, but a lot of the cabinetry, they did like this really soft, neutral, sandy beige color, and I love it. It goes really well with the gold. And then to the primary bedroom. Windows are up nice and high, which I personally like because you can get your headboard most of the time underneath those windows that sit up a little taller. And I just feel like it gives a little more privacy. And then we've got another built-in over here. And then inside here, I actually didn't open this beforehand. More of a walk-in style closet. Oh, there's lights. There we go. So neat. So in this room, oh, hello. Here is the primary bath, primary master shower. And back to the cabinet. Not a big bathroom, but it's perfect. It's got all the space that you need, and there's that built-in cabinet. So love that. And that completes our home tour for today. I hope you found this helpful to kind of see what's available. This house is currently, this is July 7th, listed at $244,900 in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, 706 West Boston Place. And follow, like, subscribe if you want to see more of these home tours. And I appreciate you watching until this part of the video. If you have any questions about buying, selling, or investing, feel free to reach out to me. It's Sarah at lrahomes.com. Until next time.